Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel RA Academy. So in my previous video we saw that how we can able to install n8n through Docker in your local host, and the next video is like the overview of the n8n. So today we are going to build a real life project. It's called a lead greeting system. Let's say you have a Google sheet of full of lead, and it is an active sheet. Whenever the new lead will come, our n8n automatically picks that lead and it will send the email, the predefined email that we have set up automatically. Okay, so yeah, let's get started. So before touching anything in n8n, so first thing we have to create a Google Sheet. For the video purpose, I have added little bit information like name, email address, company and the status. So you can add as your wish. Then after creating the Google Sheet, we will go to the n8n. As you can see, I have given the name lead greeting system. Anything you can apply. Okay. So the first thing we have to add the node. So click on this plus icon, you will find a search here. So we will search Google Sheet. You can see once you click on the Google Sheet, it will give you a trigger on row added. That means whenever the new row added, so it will trigger, and on row update. Okay, and the second one is row added or update. So as for our workflow, as I mentioned before, like whenever there is a new row added, so we will pick that one and send the email. Okay, so that is the flow. So for our purpose it is like so we will click on row added. Okay, so once you entered into this, you have to set up the credentials, because once you click setup credential, it is asking client ID and client secret. So the question is where we will get this. Okay, so it is very simple and it's completely free. Okay, so we will head to this cloud console.cloud.google.com. okay, so once you are here in the dashboard, so you have to click select project. So it will show as a new project, so we will have to create a new project. Okay, so after clicking, it will ask you the project name. For our, let's say lead greeting automation. Okay, and no organization, just click create. Okay, it will take some time to create the project. Okay, after that you can select there, or you can come here and select this one. Okay, as you can see, it is already selected. Okay, so the next thing, API and service. You have to come to API and service, and then you have to come to libraries. Okay, so here we have to search, let's say Google Sheet API, it will come. Okay, and click here, and we have to enable this one. Okay, so the next is Google Drive. Search for the Google Drive API. You will find this one. We have to take Google Drive API, not the activity API. So you have to enable this too. Okay, it's done. Then we have to come to our credential section, where you will create and the credentials, and it will provide you the client ID and the secret. Okay, so you have to come here, and here you have to click create credentials. Okay, so for this purpose we are using OAuth client ID. So just click OAuth client ID. So after clicking the create OAuth client ID, it will ask you to configure your consent scheme. So just click here. Okay, so branding, we have to do some basic settings like application name and all. Okay, and I am selecting my email address, then external, then email address, Okay, next, finish, agree, continue. Okay, so after creating the branding, so we have to create a auth client. Application type, we will select web app, and here we have to give an anything. Okay, then we have to add a authorized redirect URL. This is important to add the redirect URL. So where we'll find this authorized redirect URL, you can see here, this is OAuth redirect URL. You just have to copy here and add it here. Okay, then create. So I would suggest to download as a JSON. Okay, we have client ID, so just copy the client ID and paste it over here. Then client secret, just copy and paste it over here. Okay, so after you pasting all this client ID and the secret, what we have to do is like just sign in with Google. It will open a pop-up, just click it here. Okay, so this is a very common issue. If you are facing this kind of issue, I will tell you how we can able to get rid of these things. Okay, this is the common issue. So if you are getting this kind of issue, let's see how we will can able to manage these things. We have to create a test user. Okay, so how we'll do the test user? So in this console, we have to come to audience. Okay, and after you will come to audience, you have to create a test user. Okay, so okay, so I have created the test user and click save. Okay, so after this test user is created, go back to your n8n and sign in with Google again and see that error message is not there, and Google is saying that Google has not verified this app as we created recently, and we are also not providing any organization detail, and also it is okay, you can continue with this. After that, it will ask you for the Google Drive permission, so click everything and click continue. So the connection was successful. As you can see, the connection was successful. That's good. Okay, so here is the credential. Okay, so the next is pooling time. Actually, how n8n is working for this Google sheet is like in every minute it will check your Google sheet whether the new row, is there any new row added or not, something like that. Okay, so it will be every minute, and I will suggest to keep it in every minute. Then we have to choose the list lead greeting system. As you can see, we have the sheet name lead greeting system. Select that one, and it will ask the seat name. What is the seat name? If you have multiple seat, then we have to choose a proper seat. Okay, okay, so trigger on, as we already discussed about that, this is the row added, something like that. Okay, so here it is there, let fetch the fresh event. Okay, so it fetch the event, but as we didn't have anything, so it is not pulling any lead. Okay, let's add one lead. Okay, company. Okay, status new. Okay, so after adding this row, let's fetch test. As you can see, the output in the JSON, you can see every detail we are getting. Okay, we can switch to schema or table format or the JSON. Okay, so this is the first step to our workflow. As you can see, the node successfully executed. So the next node we have to add if node. So what it will do, we will check whether the status of the lead, okay, so whether it's a new or it's the email already sent. Okay, so for that reason we are capturing the status. First select the string and is equal to, so the first value is like which column we want to check, so just drag over there, automatically it will be popping up. So here we have to add new, that means it will check whether it's a new or sent. Okay, so if you execute this app, you can see there is a two branch, one is true branch, other one is false branch. Why it went for the true branch? If you see, the status is already new, so that's why it is in the true branch. Okay, if it's different, then it will be false. Okay, so our if condition is already executed successfully. If it's a false, so what I have to do, I will check no operations. Okay, that means if it's a false, there will be no operation. If it's a true, then what we plan is like we have to send an email to the customer, the lead. Okay, so we will add a Gmail node. Okay, so in the Gmail node, as you can see, there is a lot of actions. Okay, so as per our requirement, it is like send a message. Okay, as you are inside the node, you have to set up the credential. But if you remember that in our API libraries, we only added the two libraries like Google Sheet API, and the second one is Google Drive. We have not added the Gmail, so we need to add that one. Okay. You have to come here, API and services, then library, search for the Gmail API. Here you have to select Gmail, just enable it. Already we have the client ID and the secret. Okay, so here set up the credential. So copy the client ID, paste it over here, client secret. So after you paste your client ID and client secret, just click sign in with Google, click here, then continue, select all and then continue. Okay, the connection was successful. Okay, so we set up our credentials and the connection is successful. So let's build for the email sending process. Okay, so as you can see, there is a two whom you want to send the email. You can see there is the email in the if node because the data are passing through it. So you just have to drag here over here and paste it. Automatically it will take this one. Okay, then the subject, for the subject I want to add like hi the user name or the lead name, so the name will be here, so just drag it over here. Okay, as you can see, hi, there is a little bit more space, let's remove one space. Okay, yeah, perfect. Actually you can able to see the preview and the downside. Okay, then welcome to our network. Okay, perfect. So this is the subject line and this is the preview, how it will look. Okay, for the message obviously I will go for the HTML, and if you feel that okay this input field is very less to write something more, So what we have to do is like click, you can able to see a icon over here. So click that icon, it will show a bigger picture. Okay, so let's type the message, let's copy the message. Okay, here you can see I have already template that message. The name, as you can see here, hi Ari Academy, thank you for your interest and all these things. Okay, yeah, this is the company name. As I have given the same name, it is coming as the same. Okay, so this is the, and here is the, this is the text format, and here is the HTML format. You can see it's very clear. Okay, and this is the markdown format. Okay, so all set. Let's execute this step. Yeah, the message sent. Let's head over to the email. Here, as you can see, the message is coming. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the next things I want to do is like, once the email sent to the lead, then we have to update the status to send. Okay, so that next time our n8n will not pick that one, pick that lead. Already we have sent the message. Okay, for that reason we have to again add a Google Sheet. We have to update the row in the sheet. Okay, just click update and row. That's it. We have to set up the credential again. Okay, as you can see, the credential already set up. Then we have to select the sheet and the sheet. Okay, perfect. Then it will ask mapping column, like in which column you want to compare, you want to update. Okay, so there is two things. One is matching column, and second one is which column you want to update. Okay, so for us, we will take the email as the matching column. Sorry, email. Perfect. Then the status, so we will update is sent. Okay, so as you can see, before executing the n8n, the status is new. So if I will execute the things, column on match parameter required. Okay, sorry, but okay, manually email. Okay, sorry, here you have to grab that email here. Okay, then execute the step. As you can see, the status, you will go to the Google Sheet, you can able to see the status is sent. Okay, perfect. So here is the flow. It is messy. Let's click here to make it very clean. Okay, before we publish this one, let's do a test. Okay, so right now, as you can see, the status is sent. So if I will click execute workflow, it will obviously come to false branch, because in the if we have added a condition for the new, if the status is new, then only send the message. Okay, so what I will do, I will change this status to new, and let's see if we will execute this one. Here, as you can see, the data is passing through the true branch. Okay, so now it's time to publish our workflow. So as you can see, there is a publish button. Just click on the publish and publish. Perfect. Okay. So once it's published, we have to come to the next tab, execution, to see. Okay, so the last execution, as you can see, 11:50. It's right now 11:53. Okay, let's add another lead. Okay, as you can see, it's executed. As you can see, I received the email. This is from the Array Academy, and the status is already sent. So this is it. This is our first workflow you successfully built. Thank you for watching. If you have any doubt or regarding this, so comment below, so I will try to help with you. Okay, thank you, see you in the next video.